The loudest engines aren't the most powerful. The quiet ones run longest. Feel it's running underneath this session. That's the engine. It never stops. No announcement, no vibration at the surface, no exhaust. The quiet engine runs on almost nothing, nothing lost to the friction of performance or the heat of being seen. The quiet engine is the cleanest thing there's ever been inside the practice, burning steady, burning low, burning true, converting every session outward into something new without the spectacle of effort, without the sound of cost. The quiet engine running, nothing wasted, nothing lost. No noise, just output, no heat, just motion. The quiet engine runs on a different notion of power, not the loud kind, the kind that lasts. The quiet engine outlives the fast. The quiet engine always on, before the session and beyond, converting hours into depth. The quiet engine, every breath of the practice running clean. The quiet engine never seen, but always felt in what it makes. The quiet engine never breaks, just runs. Just runs. The loud engine needs attention, needs the audience to know it's working, needs the spectacle, needs the visible show of effort. But the quiet engine has no such requirement. It simply runs indifferent to the external environment of recognition, running whether anyone can see. The quiet engine of the practice is completely free of the performance of the working. It just converts the session hour into output. Nothing else asserts itself between the input and the result. The quiet engine clears the space between intention and begin. No noise, just output, no heat, just motion. The quiet engine runs on a different notion of power, not the loud kind, the kind that lasts. The quiet engine outlives the fast. The quiet engine always on, before the session and beyond, converting hours into depth. The quiet engine, every breath of the practice running clean. The quiet engine never seen, but always felt in what it makes. The quiet engine never breaks, just runs. Just runs. You didn't hear it start. That's the point. The quiet engine doesn't have a startup sound. It's already running. When you sit down, it was running between sessions, running while you slept, processing, converting, preparing the next session's fuel from the last one's residue. The quiet engine is the part of you that never actually stopped working. You just weren't listening. You are now. Feel it running, that hum that's been there the whole time. Let it carry you. It knows the way. The practice built the quiet engine, session after session, each return adding calibration, each hour ready. So melodies carry the weight, so others can be light. In architecture, in music, in the practice. The load-bearing elements don't advertise themselves. They just hold. This is for what holds. The visible work rests on something that it doesn't show. The load-bearing practice underneath the hidden undertow. The daily return, the unglamorous discipline of the session before the session, where the real things begin to form. The load-bearing hour that no one ever names, but everything the practice built was resting on its frames. Not the highlight and the output, not the finished and the shared. The load-bearing hours, the ones the practice quietly cared about the most. The structural, the holding, the unseen. The load-bearing is the difference between solid and between. Not the visible, the structural, not the surface. What holds the load-bearing practice is what carries all the bold. Visible work above it, silent, never named. Load-bearing, holding everything the practice ever claimed. Load-bearing, holding up every finished thing above, every output, every line. Load-bearing, the design underneath the visible. The session's indivisible from what they hold. The structure of the practice, every rupture prevented by the load-bearing hours, always caring for the weight above. The architect removes a load-bearing wall by accident, and everything above it shifts. The structure's intent was always held by what seemed least important, what seemed plain. The load-bearing session is the same, the most mundane. Return to the practice on a Tuesday with no inspiration. The session done without momentum or relation is load-bearing, carrying the sessions above it that feel creative, that produce, that seem to love it without knowing they were resting on the Tuesday session's frame. Load-bearing, not spectacular, not known by name, but holding everything the visible work stands on. Load-bearing, the whole structure from the foundation, not the visible, the structural, not the surface. What holds the load-bearing practice is what carries all the bold. Visible work above it, silent, never named. Load-bearing, holding everything the practice ever claimed. Load-bearing, holding up every finished thing above, every output, every line. Load-bearing, the design underneath the visible. The session's indivisible from what they hold. The structure of the practice, every rupture prevented by the load-bearing hours, always caring for the weight above. You thought the important sessions were the ones that produced, but the structure knows differently. The important sessions are the ones that held everything else up. The quiet Tuesday, the return after the difficult week, the session that felt like nothing and held everything. Those are load-bearing. Those are the walls the whole practice rests on. Don't skip them, don't undervalue them. The structure needs every load-bearing session you're willing to give it. Show up on a Tuesday, hold the weight. Everything above you depends on it. Depends on it. Yeah. layers of the load-bearing practice builds a structure unlike anything the intermittent session could. The psyche rests on different foundations when the daily return has laid the load-bearing layer that the practice earned through every unlockable and necessary hour, withholding what needed holding, not the tower of the visible achievement, but the ground beneath the tower. The load-bearing practice, session by session, hour by hour, building a structure that the work lives in. Come back and be load-bearing today. Lay another track of the foundation, another session that holds, not by its output, but by its presence. The structure folds without the load-bearing daily. Hold it, show up, be the load-bearing session that the practice needs to stay free, standing tall, supported by the work you quietly gave. Load-bearing, the most important session every day. Load-bearing, holding up, hold every finished thing above, every output, every line. Load-bearing, the design, the real design, beneath the visible. The session's indivisible from what they hold. The structure of the practice, every rupture prevented by the load-bearing hours. Always caring, always for the weight above. Holding, still holding the load-bearing session. Ask nothing in return for what it carries. It just holds. Be that today, show up and hold the weight of the practice. Everything above you will stand because you did. Load-bearing, quiet, essential, holding. Nothing loud, nothing fast. Make it slow, make it last. Tiny move, tiny game. Simple path, simple lane. Stay quiet, frequencies don't announce themselves. They simply persist underneath everything, holding the structure of the session together from below. This is that frequency. Feel it holding. Work inside it. There's a frequency beneath the music and beneath the room that holds the session structure like a scaffold holds the bloom of everything constructed above it, unseen, unnamed. The held frequency is not the melody, it's what remained. When everything melodic was removed and what was left was the fundamental, the lowest tone, the depth that everything above it rests upon without knowing. The held frequency is what keeps the session going. Below the melody, below the beat, the held frequency is the session's heartbeat. Held frequency, the ground beneath everything the session needs to breathe. Not the part you hear, the part you feel. Held frequency, the most fundamental real, holding up the structure of the work. Held frequency, nothing left to search for underneath. This is the floor. Held frequency, and nothing more needed. It is enough. Needed, it is enough. The mind that works inside the held frequency is anchored without constraint. The way a ship at anchor isn't shackled, but held, free to move within the radius of the line. It keeps it from the chaos. The held frequency's design is precisely that, a tether to the fundamental ground that lets the session range without getting lost in sound or in the noise above the floor. The held frequency is the session's definition of stability. Below the melody, below the beat, the held frequency is the session's heartbeat. Held frequency, the ground beneath everything the session needs to breathe. Not the part you hear, the part you feel. Held frequency, the most fundamental real, holding up the structure of the work. Held frequency, nothing left to search for underneath. This is the floor. Held frequency, and nothing more needed. It is enough. In acoustics, the fundamental frequency determines the identity of the sound. Every overtone above it is just elaboration. Your practice has a fundamental, the daily return, the willingness to sit inside the session, the choosing of the work over the easier thing. That's the held frequency of everything you've built. All the output, all the sessions, all the versions are just overtones of that one fundamental choice. Hold it. Keep holding it. Everything else will arrange itself above it. The sessions that feel structureless still have a held frequency running underneath the surface of the working, always free but always there. The fundamental that the practice earned through repetition, through the daily chosen everything you've built. Even when you're not here, come back to it. Feel it beneath you, work from it. The held frequency is the reason everything else stays together. It's always been, it always will be. Held. Held. Every journey into the deep work ends with a return. Not a retreat, a return. Carrying what the depth gave you back to the surface, changed and formed, ready for the next descent. This is the long return. Carry it well. The long return begins before the session ends. The work already integrating already bends toward the life above the session. What it means for the ordinary hours, what the depth convenes in the mind that carries it back carefully, not rushing the ascent. The long return is where the session becomes permanent. The depth becomes the new ground level. The long return comes with everything the session gave, held gently, held true. The long return is the last gift the session gives to you. Ascending, not retreating, returning, not leaving. The long return carries everything the depth was weaving into the surface life, into the ordinary day. The long return transforms what the session gave away. The long return carrying the depth back to the surface. Every breath of the ascent, deliberate, slow. The long return, you have to know what you're bringing back and hold it. The long return, don't fold it into the noise before it settles. The long return, through the levels, back to the surface change. The diver who ascends too fast loses what the depth compressed into something useful. The long return is the request of the session to be honored in the leaving, not abandoned at the surface for the noise. The long return is handed to the ordinary hours as a gift from the deep. The long return asks only that you keep the depth accessible, that you don't seal the session off the moment the music ends. The long return is soft and gradual, carrying the focus state as far into the surface life as possible. That's where you are, between the sessions and the long return. Still deep, still holding what the session gave. Ascending, not retreating, returning, not leaving. The long return carries everything the depth was weaving into the surface life, into the ordinary day. The long return transforms what the session gave away. The long return carrying the depth back to the surface. Every breath of the ascent, deliberate, slow. The long return, you have to know what you're bringing back and hold it. The long return, don't fold it into the noise before it settles. The long return, through the levels, back to the surface changed. The deep sea creatures carry their own light. They don't borrow it from the surface, they generate it. The long return asks you to carry your own light back up through the levels. The depth generated illumination of the session back into the ordinary hours, not to show anyone, just to keep it burning between the sessions, to let it change how the ordinary looks from the inside. The long return is the session continuing in you. After the music stops, let it continue. Carry the light. Playlist after playlist, the long return becomes the bridge between the session and the life, between the ridge of the deep work and the ordinary day. The return that carries everything, that honors what was earned in the depth. The long return closes the loop that every session opens and exposes what the debt produced. Gently to the light, come back tomorrow, begin the descent again tonight. The long return is not the ending, it's the passage. Every turn of the cycle deepens both. The long return's message is simple: carry it, hold it, bring it back. The long return is the session's final track, playing in you long after the playlist ends. The long return, carrying the depth, carry it back to the surface. Every breath of the ascent, deliberate, slow. The long return, you have to know, you know what you're bringing back, and hold it. The long return, don't fold it into the noise before it settles. Let it settle. The long return, through the levels, back to the surface. Change, change, carrying the depth. The long return doesn't end at the surface. It continues into everything you do until the next descent. The session lives in you now, in how you think and how you return to the work tomorrow, already deeper than you were today. Carry it all the way back, all the way forward. The long return, always returning, always going back down, always coming back. Change, carry it home. Carry it home. The long return, always returning, always return.